Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're looking at the Mexican Civil War. So let's get straight into it. So the Yucatan Peninsula has decided to break away from Mexico. Why? Because they can't bear it anymore. They have been having problems. They have had a lot of resource cuts. They can't even feed themselves properly. So what they're going to do is they're gonna break away and declare war on their parent state. Now, the reason for this is still unknown for the rest of the world, but well, we do know someone who's supporting them. And as you already see, Baja California has just also done the same, but this time they have at least some military force to go with that will help them take more land. But basically, Baja California is having problems of its own. It has had a lot of American citizens starting to arrive, and they want to unite Baja California with just California or the USA. So they're going to start to push out the Mexican forces, but eventually they're going to get stopped around here, and they're going to try and push further. They do manage to reach it to the Texan border, but they start to slowly see problems in advancing further than a specific line has allowed them to. While that is happening, the South has just given up over here. So yeah, the Mexican forces have already concentrated their entire military on the Yucatan side, but due to Baja California's large front now, they are having troubles manning both fronts at the same time. Like what happened to a certain somebody in World War II. Looking at you, Germany. But basically, what is going to happen is that the Yucatan will attempt a pincer attack, trying to cut off a lot of troops in the process from escaping. But as they're doing this, they fail to recognize that they have kind of allowed this side of their border to be kind of vulnerable, so they're going to have to be very diligent about this. They do eventually manage to cut this into a pocket, but after they close it, it's not much, a few thousand troops. But silently, we also see a Yucatan Peninsular Republican group decide to rise up, because these guys are like, we sympathize with this guy. We don't sympathize with these guys because they don't help us at all. And then another one breaks out, and then another one. And keep in mind, these are close to the front. They're not like very close to the capital or something. And yeah. And due to this, they are able to connect up fully. And this means they have cut off a lot, and I mean a lot of troops from supply. And due to this, they managed to connect up with the guy over here. Now, the Yucatan Peninsular Republic is going to start to make its troops go towards the Mexico City, and they will manage to get into its outskirts. Well, some of its outskirts, like they're actually near it, but they're going to be stopped right there. So they're gonna focus forces on this area, which is good because they managed to take a lot of troops by surprise. But due to a few ports here, a lot of these men that they encircled managed to escape. While over here we see a very particular thing happen. The pocket is being squeezed into a smaller pocket, and a few thousand troops are stuck in here. Not only a few thousand, but a few tens of thousands. And to be crowded in such a small spot and have led to no supplies is kind of bad. And there they go. So due to this large loss of troops, we see that a lot of forces from the Baja front is going to arrive to defend Mexico City, which is going to lose another large area near it. And Baja California is then going to push quite far into this area, managing to push out Mexican forces. So it will start to push farther and farther, but it won't be able to break through the already current defensive lines until they manage to break through a large area, and they manage to split that area into 2, then 3. And as soon as you notice it, it's already gone into 4. Yeah, there's 4 separate spearheads. Now this has caused a lot of panic, so a lot of Mexican troops are going to abandon this area. Some are able to expand this area before they are inevitably cut off on both areas, so they don't have any way to escape. They decide to surrender, and those spearheads that are going more inland, they will continue to go more inland. And on the way, they're gonna burn down a few military outposts because they don't like the military anymore. They're against them. They're fighting against their own military. Well, not their own military, they're fighting against the Mexican military. But as they near this area, they see that weirdly Mexican troops are beginning to funnel out and be captured on this side. So they cut this off. And as soon as they take that much area prisoner, they get news that the entire front has managed to somehow be from this small area go from this small area to this much, and that's because the spearheads managed to stop and a lot of troops managed to funnel into them, and yeah, that's just what happens. Also, we also see something weird again happen, and that is United States troops, or the United Dictatorship troops. Yes, USA is still a dictatorship, but not fully. They do have a few elections, but over some time the what was it? Dictators funnel out and new dictators come into place, so it kind of happens. But we also see a new group form, and this is known as the Incans. Yeah, we have the Incans. Now, why did the Incans form? Partially because they didn't want to be a part of Mexico anymore, but also because they wanted to bring back the Incan Empire. So they're going to, do a few bad things, cut off a lot of land. Oh my God, that's a lot of land. And what is also gonna happen is the cartel revolt. As you can see, the name means as much as it does, and this is because the cartels have decided to revolt and take out as much land, land as they can, and then, use it to grow their empire of cartel, growing empire. So you can see that this is the new biggest of the two newest factions, but that's not gonna stop the Bayans from reaching them, and then reaching past them a bit. As soon as these guys try to cut them off, even a bit, in other areas try to cut them off, this happens. the Bayans have declared war on them. And due to this, we see a lot of cartels being shut down as the cartel, anarchist group has officially decided to fall apart. Yeah. Basically, as soon as they exist, they are gone. But we also see something else happen, and that's, yeah, this is what happens. So the Incans managed to cut off the Yucatans from the capital and start to besiege it. Little do the others know, the Bayans, well, the Incans don't want to literally crush this whole area, but well, it's what happens to them. They have to do this. So they managed to get into the outskirts of the city. They get stopped because of urban heavy fighting and guerrilla fighting. So they're gonna push in the north. They managed to get into the inner outskirts slowly until they managed to bloop. And yeah, there goes Mexico. We're gonna look at the peace treaty now. As you can see, a lot of groups took a part of this. One fell, two fell. And as you can see, this is like the war that we have seen. Like, a lot of war has happened. These two states have constantly been at each other's throats. And, well, yeah. Okay, so we have our Bayan group start their first things, like unification stuff. And the first thing they do after gaining independence is actually join the USA. And the USA decides to agree with the promise that there will be multiple states. So the USA is no longer 52 states. It's 52. I mean 52 because Puerto Rico is like now a state. The Caribbeans are a state. Yeah, Caribbean. Cuba got invaded. So the Yucatans have decided to become the new largest in this part of North America, like near Central America, but like in North America. And yeah, we have the Yucatans bordering two oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific. Yay! And they're gonna be something else entirely. We do see Mexico City go under the control of the Incas. And a few surviving cartels will take control of some other areas, like between the Yucatan and the Incan. This area is known as the Thousand Cartel lands, because nobody really wanted this, and the Thousand Cartels kinda were here, so each cartel made their own little state thingy, and they're currently trying to take as much control as possible. Some of them are dictatorships, others are trying to be sort of a libertarian for right or left. Some are communist actually, so what's yours is mine kind of policy. And basically the few biggest ones are going to be on the Pacific coast. Specifically, these two. Yeah. This is basically the turf war stuff. So yeah, the state of Mexico no longer exists, basically. It does kinda, but not fully. As you can see, I'm erasing the border because, yeah, the USA is now taken by California. They have had what they wanted, and they got what they had. Well, not had, but wanted, so. What am I even trying to say here? But they're going to be happy with what they got, and they're going to just annex what they annex. And as you can see, America is now free. But most importantly, we will see that Belize, our good old friend or buddy, is going to join the Yucatans. Why? They just felt like it. They definitely not because the Yucatans kinda promised them a lot of wealth and stuff and stability. So yeah, definitely not because of that. But yeah, we're this has been what, episode 15, and thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Please like the video if you enjoyed this. If you watched through the entire video, I thank you very much. This channel is very dependent on you guys. I plan on making this a hobby rather than a full-time thing. So yeah. Also, I have like school exams coming up soon. So yeah. Life should be quite fun. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next